We're running Grace Negotiator on Officer. I actually requested Officer, like, not to the randomizer, but I was hoping that it would happen, and I actually got it, so I'm pretty happy about this. I've wanted to mark enemies for a bit, although I'm not gonna be so thrilled. I forgot that I actually have a whistle. I'm not gonna be so thrilled about getting headshotted, because I remember playing this class when I was not starting out, but I think it was around 100 hours. I'm like, I think Officer would be a really good class to play, and it's just... There's just... you just get headshots so much. Like, just watch this. I've been watching some other people's Gravedigger content, and I am playing really badly. Like, for some reason, whenever I have like a good corner on a shotgun, I always... like, with a shotgun, I always just like go out for some reason. I don't know why I do it. I need to like... As I said before, I miss my my Sergeant Major days where I could actually play the game smartly, but I just can't do that anymore for some reason. Okay, we got Storm. That's good. I'm out of ammo. Today I wanted to talk about parents and how some people really aren't appreciative enough of how good their parents are. Specifically, I wanted to tell you a story about one kid who had like absolutely is what we call tiger parents over here. It's just that they're like how do I put this? They're really strict on their kids. And I think that's probably one of the worst ways that you could parent a kid. Because from the very beginning, you're like setting them up to hate you. And I honestly... hold on. From the very beginning, you're setting them up to hate you and everything that you stand for, and I think it's a much better approach to just let them figure out what they want to do. 17 is a lot more than I thought I'd do with this. I couldn't even hit my shots. That's a flamer right there. How did I not hit that? Let's see if I can go for a back flank here. Wow, okay. I'm actually forgetting that I need to tell you guys a story. So basically, I think this was when I was back in grade 10, and I met a kid who was in grade 7 at a swimming camp, back when I did swimming at my high school. And that kid was a beast. Like, he was already at my level, and my level wasn't like anything good. Like, my 50-meter freestyle was just barely 30 seconds, which was not good by any standards, but I was trying my best. And I was really impressed with how he was going, so... hold on. Okay. Okay, so basically this kid was doing like some... I think it was 28 seconds, and for a grade 7, at least for a standard at my school, I think that's really, really good. And I was like crazy impressed with this guy, and I think I was the one who had to like show him around the facilities and all this stuff. Oh, I don't want my freaking medkit. Can I throw the flare in? Is that... Okay, I'm dead. Okay. This game won't let me speak today. Anyway, I was really impressed with how he was doing, and I was the one to show him around the place. And so I thought, like, he had, like, kind of an emotionless feel. Like, it wasn't much soul in it. He just, like, work, work, work kind of guy. What is this base defense? Are you trying to let them get in? Oh, it's a deathmatch. I get to wait 10 minutes for the game so I can play again. You know, while we're in this intermission, I feel like I have another thing I wanted to say about Gravedigger, and that's the extremely long wait times. Like, people who play SCP Secret Laboratory, obviously, like, they have no problem with these kind of wait times, and there are obviously a number of different games out there which have long wait times. But for Gravedigger, I feel like, as a person who plays a lot of games where when you die you can just press deploy again, I feel like Gravedigger has a really long wait time. Like, imagine dying and then having to wait 45 seconds to play the game again. To use SCP Secret Laboratory as an example again, those times are like around, I think you can wait up to like 5 to 10 minutes for a spawn wave. I'm not exactly sure how long it goes for. I think 5 minutes is right. So that's like absolutely outrageous, but I still feel like GD could use some things to help with like players actually playing the game. I feel like kill trading could be one of those things that they could just like remove. And I know it's like, it kind of makes sense how people should be able to like kill trade, because like two people shoot their gun at the same time, they should be able to trade kills. But thinking about it like with game sense, if someone does a kill trade, then you're denying one player the ability of continuing to play. And it's not just that either. There's also an element of like breaking the stalemate, because because Gravedigger has this pretty big issue with like when teams are like equally competent, then nothing really happens, they just like stay around. It's not even equally competent, like one team can be like a bit better than the other, but they're still not amazing. Like one team can be like just slightly better than the other, but still nothing will happen just because the line just doesn't move. Okay, let's compare like two situations where you have kill trading and where you don't have kill trading. If you have kill trading, then if two players kill each other, then nobody wins and you're just encouraging the stalemate to continue. That's not something you want. Let's say you didn't have kill trading, then one person would win, and if enough kill trades stack, or if your team is just like mildly good at the game, then you would have like a much better chance of actually breaking the stalemate. Ow. Okay. I've been putting this off for too long. The kid. Okay? So we go to a little lead-up meet, and what these are is like a little thing to like test your ability at swimming. It's not like an official competition or anything, it's kind of like the practice for the official thing. And what happens there is, this kid does the butterfly 50 meter, and I think he got like the 28 seconds. Yeah, that was an interesting thing. He pulls at 28 seconds, which is really good by at least my standards, and I think it would be for anyone. And I thought he'd be really proud, like come out of the water, like all happy, and like might have been like a PB for him. But no, he came out of the water with tears in his eyes. Like he was full on crying. At the time, I didn't know why he felt like that. Why he could have felt like that. What the hell is this? But I assumed like he'd like hit his hand on something. But it turns out, what it actually was... Holy... So it actually turned out that what the kid was crying about was actually... He knew that his parents would like beat the crap out of him after that, because apparently 28 was not a great time for him, and I just couldn't understand how that's even possible. But maybe that's just like their own standard. Being at a point where if your kid like does something just below his standards, that you start crying because that kid starts crying because he knows that their parents are gonna beat the crap out of him. Like that's horrible. Like what kind of a way to live is that? Like, in the future, your parents are gonna... Not your parents. If you were put in that position, I don't think... If my parents did that to me, I wouldn't talk to them ever again. Like, that is no way to raise a kid. There's not really a lesson to be learned from this video. Actually, no, there is. Just be appreciative of your parents. That's not the only reason you should be appreciative, and I'm not saying that... I actually hate the philosophy of if someone has it worse than you, then don't be sad. But yeah, I guess the message isn't really be appreciative of your parents. Although you should be appreciative of your parents, like given that they treat you right and all that stuff. I guess I could have the lesson as be considerate of other people because you don't really know what they're going through. Alright, that's all for today. Lesson for today? Just don't be too judgmental of people, you don't know what they're going through. Yeah, tomorrow hopefully Actually, I want to play Officer today. This loadout was pretty good. I think I don't give the Grace enough credit. I often think about using a different gun, like any other gun aside from the Grace, just because of its ammunition, like how it ejects all 6 rounds, but honestly, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it'd be, but this gun has a lot of potential. Like, I've seen people glaze this gun. I never really understood it. I guess it makes sense now. The officer marking has been pretty good. Didn't get headshot too many times, surprisingly. But yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.